Hi everyone, I am Wafa Lango and welcome you all in Grammar in Detail. If you are new and not subscribed the channel, first press the subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for more videos. Today we are going to start the second structure that is known as ought to have plus third form. As we have discussed that here what do we mean by structure? When you formalize something or structurize something and two or three words together, that is known as a structure. Their detail we will be discussing, but main target is how you are going to change them from active voice into passive voice, because we are going in the topic of active voice and passive voice. Today we will be discussing ought to have plus third form, how it is structurized. Now over there, let me tell you, it is also the second form, you can say the past form of ought to. Ought to we had discussed as a model auxiliary verb. It was used for 85% in secondary level, and that its past is known as ought to have plus third form. Now in active voice, subject does something. In passive voice, subject is affected, means he is asked to do the work. Now in simple sentences, we will discuss the formula for that. What are simple sentences? Those sentences which make simple statement are called simple sentences. Formula for that is subject plus ought to plus have third form object and full stop. As you know that when this subject takes the place of object, there it will be called agent, because agent tells us who does an action in the sentence, and this object takes the place of subject here, and here it will not be called the doer of an action. Here it will be called the title or topic subject. And what do we mean by title or topic subject? Which we are talking about. So sentences, the first example for that, we ought to have studied books. Books ought to have been studied by us. They ought to have supported us. We ought to have been supported by them. It gives the meaning of must have and should have, but here it is between them. It is more stressable than should have and less stressable than must have, and that is 85%. That percentage I told you won't find in any book, but that is to clear your concept, to get the sense how you are going to use them in your sentences. What are negative sentences? Those sentences in which we deny the statement, reject the statement and refuse the statement are called negative sentences. We ought not to have studied books. Books ought not to have been studied by us. They ought not to have supported us. We ought not to have been supported by them. Interrogative sentences. What are interrogative sentences? Those sentences in which we ask question and put queries are called interrogative sentences. Ought we to have been ought we to have studied books? Ought books to have been studied by us? Ought they to have been supported us? Or ought to they have supported us? Ought we to have been supported by them? What are formal sentences? Those sentences in which we ask question and deny the statement, and we ask them in a formal way, respective way, and we use it with our seniors and elders. Ought we not to have been studied books? Ought books not to have been studied by us? Ought they not to have supported us? Ought we not to have been supported by them? Informal sentences, those sentences in which we ask question, deny the statement, and we ask them in a informal way, in a friendly atmosphere. We use it with our juniors and youngers. Oughtn't we to have studied books? Oughtn't books to have been studied by us? Oughtn't they to have supported us? Oughtn't we to have been supported by them? So these are the sentences of ought to have plus third form from active voice into passive voice. Hope you got today's lecture. Wish you best of luck and see you next time with next lecture. Goodbye.